What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another post game here on Mets Central. Typically, I don't do these live, but I have just absolutely had it. I've absolutely had it with this shit. And normally, and I told myself I wouldn't let myself get mad. I told myself I wouldn't be mad over this season. Before the year started, I made that promise to myself. But that couldn't be any more broken after tonight. Because what do you want me to say right now? I said it every single minute, basically, of the podcast earlier. That was live today. Anything short of a sweep against the Rockies is disappointing. You lay that big of an egg against the Rockies. You are pathetic. And all of a sudden, my entire outlook has changed. And I'm sure people are going to say it's one game. You shouldn't say all this. You cannot afford to lose these games, especially when the Braves lost 10-0. You have to take advantage of a night like that and gain some ground here. Instead, nope. You continue to piss all over yourself. I've just had it. I just have had it. Jesse Winker, I don't want to hear anything about him anymore right now. Until I'm shown otherwise, I don't want to hear anything about what he did in Washington anymore. He has done nothing for this group. Nothing. Chris Bryant got an extra base hit tonight, and the guy sucks. Jesse Winker doesn't have a single extra base hit since being acquired by the Mets. Comes up with the best opportunity to right the wrongs, and he pisses all over it and hits into a double play. I'm only going live for this, by the way, because I just want to stream this, air my frustration, get this done so I don't have to wait for this to upload after. I want to be done with this as soon as possible for my night, because I just watched Ryan McMahon put on a clinic at third base. I watched garbage umping all night long. Granted, that is not the reason the Mets lost the game. That is far from the reason, but the umps were atrocious tonight. That's definitely not a secret, considering the fact that there was one run that was scored because it goes into the netting that's loose, and instead of calling it back, they charge a run there. I watched Jake Cave hit a 98-mile-per-hour ball, or it was 98 off the bat, and it leaves the damn ballpark. And I watch this offense continue to just be dog shit against lesser competition. You went against Kyle Freeland, who is one of the worst pitchers in the sport. And just like Griffin Canning, have yourself a multi-strikeout night. Have yourself a night where you only allowed 3 runs, only 2 walks allowed. Have yourself a night, Kyle Freeland. I have nothing good to say right now about this team. Pete Alonso's last at bat in this game was a disgrace. And but hey, he's on pace for 40 home runs, right? Takes 2 and then swings at a pitch in the other batting box. I don't know what he's doing, but all I could say right now is I'm sitting here feeling just dumb for believing in this crap and saying that this team should go in to buy a true ace, and saying this team should buy a quality bat. Granted, I always felt that I wanted a guy with control if they did, but for rentals, no. And you're seeing exactly why. No, because this is the shit we get. JD Martinez has not been good. Luis Torrens starting to come back down to earth. I mean, your best player tonight was Jose Iglesias, who I quite frankly, when I saw the lineup, was pretty disgusted that he was batting 6, to be honest with you. And I was pretty upset because I wanted Alvarez in the lineup. But Iglesias, unironically, I should say, played the best out of any Met tonight, picking up multiple hits, looked good defensively. And outside of that, Mark Vientos was trash on both sides of the ball. Did nothing for them offensively. Did nothing at all defensively and was terrible defensively. Meanwhile, McMahon's making every single play imaginable for their hot corner, looking like he's Nolan Arenado out there. But it's fine. I don't know what positive there is to take away. Brazoban looked good. Great. Very happy. Very happy that Brazoban looked good at least. Because that's what I wanted to watch a 3-hour baseball game for. I wanted to watch Brazoban have a good 2 innings of work. That's what I tuned in for and wasted my night for. I'm just fed up with this shit. I just am. And it's just the same shit that continues year after year with this team where... And this is why I said early in the year when they were slumping that I wanted them to tear this thing apart. And then they fooled me. They fooled me. They fooled all of us. But it just feels like no matter how much Febreze they own, the 2022 stench will stay forever, it feels like. Am I being maybe over dramatic? I don't know. Because if they go on to win the next 10 games, who gives a flying fuck about what happened tonight? But all I know is that why should I expect it to change when you drop games to the Angels, when you're dropping games to this Rockies team? And I said it at Citi Field too when they dropped that last game, that you needed to win a game like that because of the fact that these type of losses become more unacceptable. It all adds up when everyone's like, oh, well, one game. You can't expect to win all. Yeah, I know, but this is just the hand that we're dealt here, and it is what it is. It is what it is, and 1.5 back still of the wild card now, and who knows where that's going to end up, because if they continue to play like this, I mean, forget about even that road trip about against San Diego and Arizona they have, because who cares? You're going against Ryan Feltner tomorrow, who's 1-10 on the year with a 4.97 ERA. If you don't take advantage of that, and if they drop tomorrow, I mean, who gives a shit about the rest of the season, quite frankly? Who does? Not me. Could tell you that for free. Could tell you for free I don't give a rat's ass about the remainder of the season, because I don't expect them at that point to beat the Mariners. If they can't beat the Angels and the Rockies, they're not beating the Mariners. And then you play the A's, Marlins, and then you face that terrible stretch where you face the Orioles, Padres, and that's the other part that really does suck. They go on a win streak. Yay, they beat the Rockies, who they were supposed to beat anyway. Yay, they beat the A's, who they were supposed to beat anyway. Yay, they beat the Marlins, who they're supposed to beat anyway. You're not convincing me or the rest of the fan base by winning those type of games. And again, it's great if they do. But I can't help but sit here and look back and think, why did they just not sell? And just think, this is my issue with sports in general. And that's a whole different subject. But I've always hated the idea of conservative buying, because what is the point? You are just donating assets because you're never going to be good enough to get over the hump and beat quality teams. What is the point of giving up some prospects to get slightly better? Either go all in or buy, or conservative buy, even if they conservative bought, sold off some starters, let Sproat get some starts, or whoever it might be, fine. I could at least look back and be like, you know what, good. But that's just not what they did. That's not what they did. And now we're sitting here talking about a deadline where they just got peanuts. And who knows? Who knows how Paul Blackburn's going to look? I mean, at least he's good against bad teams, right? But apparently it doesn't matter. Apparently we have no right to call the Rockies bad right now because as of right now, they're racking up wins against the Mets. And it's just so pathetic how this team looked on both sides of the diamond tonight in every single aspect. I mean, Alex Young even, terrible tonight. He's the one that allowed that extra base hit to Chris Bryant. I don't know. I mean, I just have nothing left to say. I'm sorry that I'm not even like breaking down this game because I really don't know what there is to break down other than Jake Cave hit a with the weakest home run I've seen in my life. Still did it. They lost to the Rockies. Like, what do you want me to say? They lost to the Rockies. They barely scored runs. Anytime it looked like maybe they were going to get a rally, they just pissed all over themselves. I mean, in that seventh inning, too, I can't believe I forgot to mention that. So Lindor gets a single. Nimmo gets a double. I'm surprised Lindor wasn't sent there when Nimmo got that double, considering how starving they were for runs at that point. But the first thing that came to my mind, and there's text proof of this happening, I said right then and there, JD Martinez, too bad he's going to ground out and kill the rally. And sure enough, that's what happened. Call it a hot take. It wasn't. It really was not a hot take at all. And that's ultimately, I mean, that's how it killed them because they had other opportunities. But that's just what's annoying is that they continue to just piss on themselves and not capitalize on these opportunities. But hey, you know what? At least Jose Iglesias has a good song, right? I have nothing left to say. I want to keep the stream short here. They are back at it again tomorrow, unfortunately. Probably going to make my eyeballs bleed yet again. And it's an 8 o'clock game, 8:40 to be exact. So I get to stay up late at night tomorrow and do it all over again, which I'm so excited about. And then they play a 3 o'clock game, so at least I could, at least after that game, I could at least enjoy my night a little bit. Where with this, it's like, it's just ruined it, and who the hell cares? But yeah, tomorrow they'll make our eyes bleed probably yet again. I don't know. I have nothing left to say. Thank you guys for watching the stream. If you haven't already, leave a like, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live on the channel. And yeah, be back at it again tomorrow.